यश साहब ने एक टांग अपने टेबल पे कुर्सी पे रख के दूसरा देता है, अनुपम तुमको कोई ताकत नहीं रोक सकती है। अनुपम खेर, खेरवाड़ी, खेर नगर, खेर रोड, वाह वाह वाह। ये झूठा है या सच्चा है? मैंने कहा सर सच्चा है। Sridevi was one of the finest actresses in the world. I've never come across anybody so amazingly craft-oriented and yet spontaneous. Rekha ji is a diva. And I asked my grandfather, I said, we are very poor, why are we so happy? And he said, when you are very poor, the most luxurious thing is happiness. Then when I was struggling, I was in a Natraj studio, and an assistant told me, आप writer बन जाइए या assistant बन जाइए, actor आप जिंदगी में कभी नहीं बनेंगे. Struggling was horrifying. I slept on railway platform in Bandra East for 27 days. दाग. मैं वो शूटिंग देखने गया था. जब मैं यश जी के साथ काम करना शुरू किया, मैंने पॉज करके बोला, मैंने कहा ये पीछे देखिए क्राउड में मैं हूँ, तो मैंने तो आपकी फिल्म में डेब्यू कर लिया था. I was spoilt by Yash Chopra in the movies because Yash Chopra was the most larger than life host. I said, no, what's up? Come to the window. I said, see this cab downstairs? My luggage is on and I'm leaving this city forever. But before I leave, I want to tell you, it is the biggest fraud on this earth. In this city, Hitesh, millions and millions of people come to make it. 0.0001% make it. I'm one of those.
Small starts precede big bashes. I have a little Anupam Kher anecdote to tell you. I was this rookie reporter, all of 18, and he was probably the first big star I interviewed, and he was kind to me at a time when it was not important to be kind to me. So I shall always be grateful for that. But having said that, the 90s was a time when you could get the dates of the biggest stars, but you couldn't get his date. So everybody waited. From the world of Mahesh Bhatt to the world of Suraj Barjatia, from the world of Karan Johar to the world of Rahul Ravel, been there, done that, bought the baker's dozen. But more than that, it was interesting to know about his Hollywood forays, whether it is Silver Linings Playbook, Bend It Like Beckham, and Bride and Prejudice. There's lots more to ask Anupam Kher. Thank you, sir. It's a privilege to meet you.
Sir, you're calling me sir, you're calling me Anupam to sir. We've known each other. We've known each other for such a long time. Please continue calling me Anupam. We've known each other for...
And then get shouted at by all my senior journalist colleagues.
Don't listen to them. You don't have the personality of calling anybody sir or ma'am. You have been so wonderful as a friend, and you were 18. I remember that I was in Veera Desai office, and if I tell you that what color shirt you were wearing, you will be shocked. It was a light bluish kind of a thing with check shirt. I remember you because you had this stars in your eyes of just starting your career, just starting your life, and there was a certain amount of earnestness about you, which I think you're still there, so you are alive as a person. So please call me Anupam. For a long time, nobody has called me Anupam, and I'm very happy to be addressed as Anupam.
Okay, I'll try my best. My first question to you is my favorite question. What would you tell a 20-year-old younger self today when you look back?
I think my 20-year-old younger self was the person that I will tell him to be. Dream, continue to dream, and don't worry about the obstacles, don't worry about the failures, because that's what my father taught me, that failure is an event, never a person. And I will also not tell him, don't worry if you go bald, because that will become your trademark, and then so many people will want to be like you. So I think I'm very happy the way my life has turned out to be, and genuinely I have no regrets. It's a beautiful life. God has been very kind to me. I came from a small town. My father was a clerk in the forest department. He used to earn 90 rupees per month, and then by the time I left, I came to the city on the 3rd of June 1981 with 37 rupees in my pocket. And today, after 40 years and having done 546 films, I'm talking to Jitesh Pillai, the most happening man. So I think it's a wonderful life. God has been in the city, Jitesh. Millions and millions of people come to make it. 0.0001% make it. I'm one of those. So I have no complaints. I would like my life to be like that only.
Nice. You mentioned your father and you told me this beautiful story when you discovered in his box a lot of your press cuttings from your failures to your... have you managed to retain some of that simplicity that you had like your father did? I remember you telling me that for the first 2 years of his life, he would do namaste to people, and then you saw everybody bow.
Wow, you remember everything. You're taking me to flashback. My father, from a world point of view, was not a successful person. But from my point of view, he was the most successful father. Because he took away the fear of failure from me. He was my biggest fan. His expression used to be the same whether I was horrible in the film or I was brilliant in the film. He was just happy that I have made it. And he had never scolded me. The incident that you are talking about is that there was a kind of a small, hum Hindi mein usko sandook bolte hain. And it's a tin kind of a box with a lock in it. And he used to not let us open that. He used to keep things in that and then keep it there. So once, when he passed away, we said that let's let this trunk also go along with the funeral pyre. My mother said, no, I want to see what is there. So when we opened that, there were so many press cuttings of mine and small little letter exchange of mine which he used to keep in that. And he used to underline the reviews, even the bad reviews. Anupam Kher was not very good or horrible. He will underline, because for him Anupam Kher was important. As far as will I retain his same simplicity? Well, my soul is simple. I have tried to be as simple as that. But I am a film actor who is successful. So it can confuse that point of view. My father was happy with 90 rupees and then 500 rupees and then maybe 7,000 rupees. I'm also happy. I live 10 years back, I decided that I will live in a rented apartment and never buy an apartment.
Why?
Because I wanted to liberate my life and feel that why am I wanting an apartment or a house for what? At the end of it, when you go, it's easy to distribute money because people fight for property. But that's not the thought that I thought it with. I'm sure Sikandar and my brother's children are mature enough to deal with it in a properly. But I feel liberated, as I said to you, that these are the things that मैं किराया देता हूँ और शान से रहता हूँ. जितना ज़्यादा हम अपना बोझ हल्का करते जाएंगे, उतना ज़्यादा आप उड़ सकते हैं. I'm very passionate about being in movies, doing different roles, running an acting school, writing books. My 4th book is coming out in a week's time. God has given me so much. So what I'm basically trying to tell you, and yet still people perceive me as a so-called successful man.
Which you are.
Which I am. So it's very difficult for me to differentiate between the simplicity that you are asking for, my father and me. My father was happy with 2 trousers and 2 shirts. My father was happy with a plastic bag in his hand. I may want to buy a few things like you, a lovely shirt and your yoga pants. I like to spend money. I like to go to eat different places. But the means were the same, different. But at the end of it, inside somewhere, I think I'm as simple within the definition as my father was. That is a family trait, I will say. Kind. Kindness, I think, is the biggest trait that you need to look for in anybody. And I think I have learned to be kind. My father used to say, the easiest thing in the world is to make somebody happy.
Yes.
And I practice that literally day and night.
You mentioned the word kind. What is the kindest thing that has been told to you and the unkindest thing that has been told to you which you remember all your life?
Kindest thing, a lot of kindest things have been told to me. I'll think about it. But unkindest things तो बहुत सारी बोलते हैं कि आपका कुछ नहीं होगा, आपके बाल ही नहीं है, जब मैं शुरू में आता था. और there was this big actor, you met Dattu just now, you said आपको कहीं देखा है. He's my assistant for the last 40 years. And I found him with a big actor, so-called, and that actor was not nice to this small boy. So I pointed it out to him. I was just three films old. I said, sir, this is not the right thing to do. This is not the way you need to treat another human being. And he said, मेरे पास तो 6 महीने रह चुका है, आपके पास 6 दिन भी नहीं रहेगा. 40 साल से वो आदमी साथ में है. I think that was the unkindest thing to the other person. To me, I don't notice unkind thing of people. I don't, because when we were very poor and we lived in a joint family, we were very happy. And I asked my grandfather, I said, we are very poor, why are we so happy? And he said, when you are very poor, the most luxurious thing is happiness. So I learned, I'm an optimistic person. I don't notice what is not happening with me. I notice what is happening with me. But I'm sure there are so many things which people have hurt me or said things to me. I think I was in drama school. तो मेरा हमारे एक अकाउंटेंट थे, तो मैंने कहा सर ये 2 रुपए का जो नोट आप मुझे दे रहे हैं, हमको स्कॉलरशिप मिलता था. I noticed unkind attitude that day. तो उसने कहा ये, मैंने कहा ये चेंज कर दीजिए, ये तो फटा हुआ है, अजीब सा है. कहता तू भी तो फटा हुआ है, पतला सा है, तेरा क्या होगा? I was shocked. Then when I was struggling, I was in a Natraj studio and an assistant told me, आप राइटर बन जाइए या असिस्टेंट बन जाइए, एक्टर आप जिंदगी में कभी नहीं बनेंगे. So I decided that I will now go to Natraj studio only when I become an actor. And when I became an actor and I was shooting in Natraj studio, I went to that office to tell that assistant that I made it. But when I went there, I thought I have made it, he's still an assistant. And I told him a lie. I said, आपने मुझे एक दिन कहा था कि आप बहुत बड़े एक्टर बनोगे. Thank you for saying that. So I didn't want to make him feel small.
You showed him your kindness.
I showed him my kindness, yeah.
Just draw for me a picture of the 80s. You said you came in 81. What was the world of the movies like at
Brilliant,
that point?
amazing, warm, cozy.
Do you recall like your struggling phase? Like now, of course, they have casting in Aram Nagar as well.
Oh, struggling was horrifying.
Like
I slept on railway platform in Bandra East for 27 days.
And the cops didn't drive you away.
Yeah, so I used to sleep at about 1:20 because the last train was at 1:20. And one of them was also very kind, I think. And I met his son, say about 4 years back. He says, आपको एक पुलिस वाले आप बड़े अच्छे थे. मैंने कहा हाँ. So there is a lot of kindness in the world. But it was a very, very interesting. I met Rahi Masoom Raza, the great writer of Mahabharat. Because you had to call up people and get an appointment. If they by mistake pick up the phone, there was a directory, film directory used to come, and I called up somebody. The first person I called up was Rahi साहब. हाँ बोलिए. मुझे लगता था कि ये लोग अपना फ़ोन खुद नहीं उठाते होंगे, बट मैंने कहा राही मासूम रज़ा साहब से बात कर सकता हूँ? हाँ बोल रहा हूँ, बोलो भाई. ऐसे ये तो ऐसे नहीं बात करते होंगे. हाँ बोल, अरे भाई बोलो, काम कर रहा हूँ, जल्दी बोलो. तो मैंने कहा जी मैं ऐसे अनुपम खेर हूँ, मैं नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा से हूँ, एक्टर हूँ, मिलना चाहता हूँ, कल सुबह 11 बजे आ जाओ. Then I had to find out where does he live, and he used to live behind Shahrukh's bungalow near Taj Land's End, and he was nice to me. He said, भाई मेरे से मिलने का क्या फ़ायदा है, मैं तो राइटर हूँ. और मैंने कहा नहीं, मैं बस ऐसे ही मिलना चाहता था, मैं आपका बहुत बड़ा मुरीद हूँ, फ़ैन हूँ, बैठो चाय वाय पियो. Then so that was the atmosphere. I met Ramanand Sagar ji, I met Yash Chopra ji. that way. I met Muzaffar Ali. I got to work with him also. So उन दिनों मिलना possible होता था, काम दे ना दें, but वो मिलते थे. तो एक sense of achievement होती थी कि मैं मिला इनको. भट्ट साहब भी ऐसे ही मिले मुझे. अमित खन्ना भी मुझे मिले. पृथ्वी थिएटर में जाओ तो ये लोग मिलते थे. इनफैक्ट आई वॉज वेरी जेलस ऑफ सतीश कौशिक because the day I landed up here on the 3rd of June, Satish was having his play and in Prithvi Theatre. So I said, चलो मैं वहाँ जाता हूँ. And Shabana Azmi was hugging Satish Kaushik and saying, good luck, best of luck, how affectionate she is. I said, my God, Satish Kaushik has made it. He is being hugged by Shabana Azmi. मैं लेट हो गया आने में. And उसी दिन मैं डॉली ठाकुर को मिला. एलेक्स पदमसी उनके साथ थे. उस दिन मुझे बुरा लगा था, बाद में मुझे लगा कि दिस इज एलेक्स पर्सनैलिटी. तो डॉली ने कहा, अनुपम, यू फाइनली अराइव्ड इन बॉम्बे, यू विल मेक इट, आई एम श्योर. एलेक, मीट दिस fantastic actor, because she had tried to cast me in Gandhi. Meet this fantastic actor. He said, Dolly, I keep meeting fantastic actors. Can we go? The play will start. मैंने कहा, यार ये क्या किया इसने? But later on when I met him, I told him that I could meet Shyam Benegal ji. There was a set of parallel cinema directors, Govind Nehlani, Saeed Mirza, Kundan Shah. They used to meet you. There was an element of approachability.
It was a different world.
It was like on a cold wintry night, a very beautiful warm quilt. That was the 80s and 90s. That's how we made relationship. There was no vanity van. There was no mobile phones. There were conversations. That's why I can say that when we say friendship, we don't meet, Shahrukh, etc. We don't meet, but I know that they're like, I always say that there are certain relationships which are like a pause button in a tape recorder. You just press that pause button and it starts from where you left.
Yeah.
But I have enjoyed 20 years of last, because it's very important to adapt yourself.
So what's changed? Because you've adapted several generations, several directors.
Yeah.
What has changed?
Kindness. People are no more kind. People are no more compassionate. People are very competitive. And I'm not saying it as a negative point. I'm saying it as a truth. The mobile has taken over our lives. I see actors before the shot, they are doing this. Okay, ready, chalo. हाँ जी. So there is no relationship, bonding.
आपसे ये एक्टर्स एडवाइस नहीं मांगते हैं एक्टिंग के लिए?
मांगते हैं. मैं
सुनते हैं आपकी बातें?
दैट्स नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट. अगर मांगते हैं तो मेरा काम है एडवाइस देना. मैं वैसे चुप ही रहता हूँ. एडवाइस उसको दी जानी चाहिए जो सुनने की शक्ति रखता है. एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट विद बिटरनेस दैट टुडेज टाइम्स आर डिफरेंट, बट टुडेज मतलब वन एक्टर इज ट्रैवलिंग विद 12 पीपल, 10 पीपल. तो उस तक पहुंचने में पहले तो मतलब मुझे याद है जब मैं सुनील दत्त साहब को मिला था पहली बार, आई जस्ट वॉक्ड अप टू हिम. विनोद खन्ना, बिकॉज शिमला में बहुत शूटिंग होती थी. मेरे फेवरेट गाने की शूटिंग मैं देखने गया था हेमा जी के, वो हमें तुमसे प्यार कितना, कुदरत की. आई टोल्ड हेमा जी, वो यश चोपड़ा जी का एक गाना है, नी मैं यार मनाना नहीं चाहे
दाग,
है ना, दाग. मैं वो शूटिंग देखने गया था. जब मैं यश जी के साथ काम करना शुरू किया, मैंने पॉज करके बोला, मैंने कहा ये पीछे देखिए क्राउड में मैं हूं, तो मैंने तो आपकी फिल्म में डेब्यू कर लिया था. तो वो गाना चल रहा था उसी फिल्म का शर्मिला जी गा रही थी. तो मेरे भाई को, उनको कुछ बच्चे चाहिए थे रेलवे ट्रैम में, तो मेरा भाई का सिलेक्शन हो गया था, मेरा नहीं हुआ था. पर पराठे मुझे तब भी यूनिट में खाने को मिले थे. आई थिंक आई वाज स्पॉइल्ड बाय यश चोपड़ा in the movies, because Yash Chopra was the most larger than life host, and Pam Chopra. For 4 to 5 to 6 years, on every Sunday, we had to meet in his house, play cricket with Adi and Uday and so many other people, and have food there. So I have seen those times, and now I don't see those times. now there is a sense of loneliness. There is a sense of detachment. It was not there. You could never feel lonely. The only person I can just pick up the phone and or walk into is Anil's house because he stays next to me. Thank God I got a house next to him. Because the more you grow in age, the more the chances of feeling isolated and lonely are there. So you need people. I go there in the morning to have my cup of coffee. I go there. Sometimes I tell Kiran meri shooting hai and I go and have dinner there. Because Satish passed away, so I had but that doesn't mean that when Tanvi the Great trailer came out, everybody has tweeted about that. Whether it is Shahrukh, whether Mr. Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan, Prabhas, Ritesh, Madhur Bhandarkar, so many people have tweeted because of the relationships that we had, that we built. आज तो मुश्किल होता है पहुंचना किसी के पास, और आई डोंट वांट टू साउंड ओल्ड टाइमर कि हमारे ज़माने में, मैं कभी नहीं बोलता हमारे ज़माने में, मैं इसी ज़माने का हूँ, बट मैं कभी नहीं चल सकता इतने भीड़ के साथ. मेरे को क्लॉस्ट्रोफोबिया हो जाएगा, बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव एनी delusion about my importance. I know that I'm important for my own self. Maybe most of the people want to feel important, and that's why they have this paraphernalia with them.
आप भी जब ग्रैंडर.
हाँ, अब कितने हमने प्रेस हाथ में चलती थी, कैसे बैठते थे. That's why I remember भावना, भारती, Ali Peter John was there. All these people, we know each other because it was a relationship. 100% was it. Pammi Bakshi, so many of them. Rauf was still senior editor. Okay. But ये तो आते थे इंटरव्यू करने. ज्योति वेंकटेश, प्रदीप, ये जितने हमारे प्रदीप बांदेकर, ये सब हमारे वो होते थे. फिर उपाध्याय, राजू उपाध्याय. आई डोंट थिंक आज किसी को याद रहता है. We have faceless people who take your pictures, but we get to see them in so many social media. Yeah. But that's why I always make a point to take pictures whenever I go for a red carpet. I always sit with them and take a picture because that's the kind of school that I have come from.
You mentioned Gandhi in the course of conversation. Did you audition for Ben Kingsley's role?
No, I auditioned for Nehru's role. And I thought when Dolly auditioned me, so I thought I've got it. So I learned that famous speech of Nehruji, the world has, there's darkness everywhere and I do not know what to say and how to say it. But our beloved leader, Bapu, as we called him, is no more. मुझे अभी तक याद है. And I prepared and I went to meet Richard Attenborough in Ashoka Hotel, dressed as Nehru. And my childhood friend, he said, okay, all the best. And I went into the elevator and there was this tall lift operator and there was another English casting director with Dolly. So we went and I'm thinking now, I always imagine my future. So I said, now he will see me and he will say, wow, you are doing, and I will get Oscar for Best Supporting Actor because I will do this role very well. As I was meeting Mr. Richard Attenborough, he had his hand over somebody's shoulder and he was telling him, I'm so happy to meet you, Roshan. I finally got my Nehru. Mm-hmm. So I was shaken completely. And then he said, I'm sorry. I said, but you've not seen my performance. How can you choose somebody else? You have chosen him, but you've not seen me. He got so fed up, he said, okay, perform the role. But by the time I had lost my confidence so much, so I could not say more than one line. He said, okay, let's see the casting list. So they showed the casting list and he said, okay, maybe you can do, you're not as tall, but maybe you can do Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. To which that English casting director said, sorry, I've already finally somebody that lift operator is taller and fit for the role. So what does not happen in your life becomes stories later on. And good stories.
Yeah, this is
Funny
fantastic. And also, I remember the Saaransh story where Sanjeev Kumar had already been signed, and
No, I was signed and he was brought in 10 days before the show.
so you lobbied, and how was that experience? And you fought with Mahesh Bhatt.
So I was finalized for Saaransh. For 6 months I was rehearsing. I used to go to Shivaji Park, see old people, walk like with a stick, sleep with the stick, walking stick. And then we were supposed to start shooting on the 1st of January 1984. And on 20th of December 1983, a friend of mine, Suhas Khandke, who was my class fellow in drama school, he said, yeah, I went to this Rajshri production yesterday and I heard a rumor. I hope it's not true. I said, what is the rumor? He said, I heard that they have finalized Sanjeev Kumar for that role. I said, are you mad? 6 months I've been practicing. How can it be possible? So I called up Bachchan from a ration shop. He picked up the phone and he said, I said, Bachchan, people are saying that. He said, yeah, that's true. Because they don't want to spend money on a newcomer, so they've signed it. I was horrified. So I packed my luggage and I decided that I will go back to Shimla or to Delhi, but this city does not deserve me. But as I was going to VT station, I thought my grandfather used to say, if you don't expect anything from the other person, then don't want anything from the person. So I said, now I am equal with Bhatt. Now I should tell him what I think of him. So I went up to his house, he opened the door and he said, fantastic, so sportingly you are taking. The other old man's role is not so good, but so what? You will be with Sanjeev Kumar and you will be. I said, no, Bhatt, come to the window. I said, see this cab downstairs? My luggage is on and I'm leaving the city forever. But before I leave, I want to tell you, you're the biggest fraud on this earth. You're the biggest cheat. You're making a film about truth. And you don't have truth in you. You're signing somebody else. Sanjeev Kumar is a great actor, but he cannot do this role as well as I can. And I was crying and I was desperate and I was horrifying. And I also gave him shrap and everything. And as I was sitting in the car, he said, come up. I said, no, go. And then he went up and he called up Rashri. He said, जिसने मेरे सामने ऐसा scene किया है, I think only he can do this role. So rest, as you say, is history. Yeah, and I think Bhatt is my mentor, my best friend.
You always had a love-hate love really. I remember here your scenes were short-changed in cars, so you were upset with him. You're always fighting with him, no?
Any basis of a great relationship
Is
is
love.
the liberty to say what you feel. When you manipulate friendship, it's not friendship. और डैडी में बड़ा अच्छा मेरा डायलॉग था कि सच को सच बनाने के लिए दो लोगों की जरूरत होती है, एक जो सच कह सके, दूसरा जो सच सुन सके. So I think today he's written the foreword for my book, with fourth book, Different But No Less, which is basically on Tanvi the Great, how this film almost did not get made. Because my financier ran away 1 month before the film was to be shot. And I still said, I'll go ahead. So many problems came, so many difficulties, but today we are ready with the film and releasing it on the 18th of July. And I'm very proud to have made this film, because it's a film which I have taken from a chapter of my life. My niece, who is autistic, her name is Tanvi, and we were in a wedding. My brother's daughter, Vrinda, was getting married, and we were all celebrating in Gurgaon farmhouse, and we were celebrating, dancing, eating, and Tanvi, who was 13, was looking at the mountains. So I went up to her, I said, Tanvi, what are you looking at? And without turning, she said, I'm looking at my world. So I did not understand what does she mean by her world, because she could not describe it to me and I could not imagine it. That gave me an idea that I want to make a film about purity, about goodness, which is only in, unfortunately today, in people who are autistic or differently abled or mentally challenged. They don't know manipulation. For us, we are different people. And then I worked for 1 year on the script along with two other writers, Abhishek and Ankur. I first did the music of the film because Tanvi sings very well. So it's a musical on the lines of, say, Sound of Music, etc., kind of a thing. And and we did the premiere of the film in Cannes. We went to London, then we went to New York, and Mr. De Niro, which I had never thought, came to watch the film. He came there for 15 minutes because he said, I want to support you and I want to sort of tell you that I'm with you. And then he sat down till the interval. Then, and now the trailer has come out and it is getting so much of love, means 20 million views. लोग कहते हैं, मेरी marketing team कहती है कि 20 million views in 3 days is a big deal on YouTube. And so many people, Mr. Bachchan, Shah Rukh, as you said, have tweeted about it. So I always say, कुछ भी हो सकता है.
How does it feel from the time you directed, say, Om Jai Jagdish, your debut film, to Tanvi the Great? What has changed? What has remained same?
So, Om Jai Jagdish was Rahul Nanda's story.
Yeah. It was like a remake of Do Raaste.
Yeah. Adaptation of Do Raaste. And I was very excited that I am an actor, now I am directing a film. I put my sincerity into it, hard work into it, but it did not stem out of myself.
Why?
Because it was not my story. It did not have, I was crafting it and making it sincerely to the best of my ability. But it was not something I wanted to convey or I wanted to share with the world. 23 years later or 22 years later is a story that came to me which I actually want to share. It's about goodness. Goodness is such a scarcity today. That if we find some good man, we say, अरे वो अच्छा आदमी है. पहले तो सभी अच्छे होते थे. तो सब जितने भी, it has been difficult to make the film. But if it was not difficult, it would have not been the film that I have made. Because I think difficulties, if you take them in the right attitude, are the best learning lessons that you can get.
You also worked with the mentally challenged children at Dilkhush.
Yes.
Did that experience help a lot?
Yes. I used to live in Marina, and Marina ke sadak ke us taraf there was this Dilkhush special school. And I used to always see these children playing, always smiling, always. And one day, because I was fed up, I was working day and night. So I said, let me do something different. So I crossed that road and I went to Dilkhush Special School. It was run by a Spanish nun, was the principal there, who did not know who I was. So I told her, I said, I'm a drama school student and I want to teach here. She said, what do you want to teach? I said, speech therapy, because I had learned that. So she said, okay, but we will not be able to pay you. I said, it's all right. So she said, would you like to meet the children? And I went to meet the children. So children recognized me. They said, Anupam uncle, हमने आपको टीवी पे देखा, हमने अपने फिल्मों में देखा है. So Sister Dolores took me aside and said, have you come to this school to learn how to do a mentally challenged person's role? I was shaken. I said, no, I've genuinely come. So give me a promise that you will come here for 1 year, at least. So I gave her a promise that I will come here on every Wednesday for 2 hours, for one year minimum. I did it for 2 years. So I used to be sometimes in London on a Monday, and I knew. So I used to fly to come for those 2 hours. And you know, she used to always pray. And I used to like her, that rosary, beaded rosary with a cross. So I used to say, Sister Dolores, this is very, I like this. She used to call me Anupam. She couldn't say Anupam. And then one day I got a call that Sister Dolores is dying. So I went to the hospital and she was unwell and she died. And 1 week later, I got a call from special school, Dilkhush Special School, and the then principal said, Mr. Kher, Sister Dolores has left her rosary for you. She said, give it to Anupam. And that rosary is in my temple now. It is framed in my temple. And that was the year when Mr. Chopra passed away, 2012. My father passed away. Mr. Shetty, my manager, passed away. And that was the year later on I discovered was where I felt that I went into depression. Many years later I discovered that.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, because I could not sleep. I did not sleep at all. And I went to Chicago Sleep Center and I used to take sleeping tablets, but nothing. So one day I went to my eye doctor, Dr. Ryan D'Souza. I said, Doctor, I have to shoot in the daytime in front of these eyes and I can't sleep. Can you give me some eye drops because my eyes are dry, because the lights are falling on my eyes. So he said, Mr. Kher, very hesitantly, do you mind if I can tell you what you need? He said, you don't need an eye doctor, you need a psychiatrist. I said, but I'm the most optimistic person and my first book had just come out and it had become a bestseller. The best thing about you is you. I said, I'm a motivational writer and a speaker. He said, I can organize a meeting of you. If you don't want to meet him in his clinic, you can meet him in his house or some hotel or something. I said, no, I will go to his, I was a cocky man. I said, no, I will go to his clinic. So next day with my book in my hand, the best thing about you is you, I went to his clinic. So his clinic was like a lobby and there were 5-6 doors. ENT, eye doctor, so and psychiatrist. And I sat down there, and because I was not visibly unwell, people were looking at me and taking selfies, and they said, I said, cuckoo doctor. So I went, they called me, doctor called me inside, and young person, and he said, I said, no, doctor, before you tell me your problem. So he said, actually, Dr. Sawant, his name is, very, very amazing person, and mid-40s. So he said, my wife is an anesthetist and she's not getting along with her boss. So I said, do this, tell this thing, to do this, tell her this thing. Okay, solved. Next. So for 1 hour, I kept solving his problem. And at the end of it, I said, okay, this is my number, this is my book. Any problem you have, call me up. As I was leaving, he started writing something on his pad. I said, what are you writing? He said, your medication. What? Yeah, you are depressed. You are manic depressive. I said, how do you know? He said, you postpone problems. You're an optimist, eternal optimist, and you don't want to face problems. So it has got accumulated here and you need medication. So for 3 months I took medication, but I said, I am a very strong person. I will make myself okay without taking medication. So I did not take medication. I'm far better now. I don't still sleep very well, but I became a kind of a unofficial spokesperson that we all need people to speak to. He said something very important to me and which all your viewers should know. I used to go to him, but not for medication, but I used to have a chat with him because I used to like chatting with him. And I used to say, डॉक्टर साहब मैं किसी को या विकास सावंत विकास मैं किसी को मिलता हूँ तो मुझे ना लगता है ये बेचारा किस तरह का है या पैसे ये पीछे खड़ा है ये अकेला है घर जाता होगा तो ही सेड अनुपम stop making stories. The problem is it's our stories that you make us. Maybe the other person is very happy. It's you are making a story. So when I was for 3 years in US, in New York, I used to feel a lot of people are lonely, etc. कुत्ते के साथ रहते हैं. तो मैं देखता था फिर मुझे आंख में आंसू आ जाते थे कि बेचारी बुजुर्ग लेडी अकेली रहती है माँ बाप. फिर मैं सोचता जोर से बोलता था Stop making stories. I think that helped me a lot. Whenever I get into a certain situation, and he used to say that meet people, talk to people. And if you feel somebody is being alone, talk to them. So then I do that. I'm not in a therapy now, but I don't mind going and talking to him. He said, the last time I went up to him was 3 years back, he said, you don't need me. You are a therapist now. But I always felt I was a therapist. And that's how I could deal with Satish's passing away, Kaushik. It was a big jolt for me because suddenly it happened. He was like a bad habit.
It was lovely.
He was, yeah, he was, I still, till now, I sometimes almost tell my driver, Satish ji ke office mein le lo. Whenever I'm crossing Yash Raj studio, because his office was opposite that. but I am dealing with it. Sense of loss, then imagination, my sense of loss, your parents, you feel if when they go, what will I do? But life teaches you how to live. My father's last word before he died, and after he said what he said to me in my ears, he died of starvation because he got a strange disease, and for him food became um, desert, food became this sand, and the water became acid. So he used to throw things away, and he became very frail. And one day my brother said he wants to say something to you. So I went to house, and he had a paper on his chest and a pen, and he was looking at me, and then he took the paper and wrote almost for 20 minutes something and kept looking at me with a naughty eyes. And then when he finished writing, he said, pick up the paper. And I picked up the paper, and he's looking at me, looking for the answer. But on the paper were no sentences, no words, only lines. Because he did not have the energy to formulate sentences or words. So to make him feel better, I just in a very generalized manner said, of course, kya baat kar rahe ho? Haan, papa, bilkul, bilkul. He was a little disappointed. So he called me towards him, and I put my ears very close to his mouth. And for a person who was going to die in the next 20 minutes, his last two words were, to me, was live life. So that was phenomenal. That was a dying man telling you to live life because he had lived his life. So I think if you talk, that is the therapy. Problem is we don't talk.
Communicate.
We don't have anybody. We talk at people. We don't talk to people. And with this machinery coming up now, we have no conversations.
AI,
phones, everything.
Anupam, I have to take you back to Saaransh. There is a school of thought which says Saaransh is your best role ever. You may have done 545 plus films, but Saaransh there's a certain broken vulnerability in Saaransh, which was there any sort of reference point for you, or anything that like everybody says your debut is the best, though Muzaffar still says please tell him that Agaman was the film which got him Saaransh. So I said I will convey it to him.
Technically, that's not true. Maybe that's true because I had a picture of very striking picture in Agaman taken by one of the photographers, and it was with me for a long time, my hands. So maybe I don't remember, but I had showed that to Mr. Bhatt. But a very powerful, I'm thankful to Muzaffar Ali Saab for thinking about me, and I always say that the film came after Saaransh, but that was my first film. I think the humiliation, the lack of dignity I faced having been an educated actor and on the streets of Mumbai, the sleeping on the platforms, having no money. Saaransh, I poured all of that, the sadness and whatever that vulnerability I had. And there's a very famous scene when I go to the custom office and I say, and I told Mr. Bhatt that I will turn my back towards the camera, and when I do this, that means I'm prepared emotionally to do that scene, that outburst. TV लेने नहीं आया हूँ, अपने मरे हुए बेटे की अस्थियाँ लेने आया हूँ. When I turned around, I did not think that I'm a father of a son who has died. I thought of, it's called emotional memory in technical terms in acting. I thought of, if this film does not do well, and I've slept on the platforms, and my father has really sold his watch once, Romer's watch, and my mother used to sell things, etc. I have gone through so much of humiliation, lack of dignity, and that made me well up. And then I did this, and that's how I used that. So when you say that, and people are right, that Saaransh wali baat nahi hai, because every emotion was truthful. ऐसा नहीं है कि बाकी बहुत सारी फिल्मों में मैंने ट्रूथफुली इमोशन किए हैं, बट अनुपम खेर इज प्लेइंग द रोल ऑफ सो एंड सो. Anupam Kher is playing the role of Khosla. Anupam Kher is playing the role of Prakash Rathore or somebody else. Like Sanjeev Kumar would have played the role of B.V. Pradhan. That's why I was insistent that I want to take a absolutely new face for Tanvi the Great. For Shubhangi, this is Saaransh. She is playing an autistic girl and she's remarkable and she's from our school. A lot of people said to me, a lot of this established producer, because I was going to everybody to give me money to come on board. One very well-known producer, director told me, Ki if you take a known actress, you should take a known actress. But I could not, because the film's believability would have gone. They would have said, so-and-so has done a very good role as autistic girl. I did not want to do that. I wanted a girl जिसको देख के लगे इसकी कहानी कितनी बिलीवेबल है. उसके आसपास जितने भी लोग हैं, right from Baman to Arvind Swamy to Karan Tacker to Jackie Shroff, even to Ian Glenn and Pallavi Joshi, they are well-established people who have been working for years. But she makes it believable, the story. So I believe in what happened to my life by Mr. Bhatt, and she didn't even have to fight with me.
And after Saaransh, I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around all this. Somebody, like you said, came with 37 rupees, and suddenly you are working with Dilip Kumar in Karma and Amitabh Bachchan in Aakhri Rasta. And I remember you telling me this wonderful story. It was very hot in Chennai, and you were like trying to make small talk. And
No. I was arrogant. I had done lot of films, and I was saying in Chennai we were shooting for Aakhri Rasta. That was my first day with Mr. Bachchan. I was meeting him for the first time, and I was saying to the production manager, "मेरा AC काम नहीं कर रहा है, क्या मतलब AC क्यों नहीं आया?" He said, "Sir, कहाँ है? किसके साथ पहला scene है?" Amitabh Bachchan, "Sir, he came ready at 9 o'clock." Okay, don't teach me professionalism. I'm exaggerated right now, but in that tone. And then I saw Mr. Bachchan with a beard, mustache, false beard, false mustache, wig, and wearing a kambal and sitting quietly and reading a book. So I went up to him and said, "Sir, I'm a big fan." He said, Yeah, I've seen Saaransh. I've seen very good. Sit down. I said, "Sir, I can't believe, sir, that that what we do, what some people do to me now." So I said, "Sir, can I ask you a simple question?" He said, "ये इतनी गर्मी है और इस गर्मी में आपने दाढ़ी, मूछ, विग, पैंट, शर्ट, कंबल ओढ़ रखा है, सर आपको गर्मी नहीं लगती है?" With a very straight face he said, "अनुपम, गर्मी के बारे में सोचता हूँ तो लगती है, नहीं सोचता तो नहीं लगती." Wow, after that I've never complained about it being hot in any of the scenes. So that was a lesson for life for me. That's why the man is so great. That's why he has survived so many ups and downs of life. And that was the biggest lesson कि गर्मी के बारे में सोचता हूँ तो लगती है, नहीं सोचता तो नहीं लगती. वो फिर मैंने अडेप्ट कर लिया उसको अपनी लाइफ में.
And also you worked with, like, say, Dilip Saab or even, Shah Rukh, Anil Kapoor. You work with. What is the secret of you being to adapt to people of different temperaments? How is it that, you are able to do it?
I like people. I start with liking people. Unless somebody is really an idiot or mean, I will continue to like the person, because I grew up in a family where people told me that liking people is the easiest thing in the world. My father used to say the easiest thing in the world is to make somebody happy. And they turned out to be very wonderful people also.
But lasting friendships are possible, enduring. Like, have friends let you down? Have you let down people?
I'm sure unknowingly people let down each other. I'm sure. But the childhood friendship never. I have two childhood friends, Vijay Sehgal and Satish Malhotra. They will always remain. They were 8th standard friends. They will always remain. बाकी तो sometimes need based relationships होते हैं, कन्वीनियंट होते हैं. हम किसी फिल्म में सेट पे काम कर रहे हैं, मैं यंगस्टर से साथ काम करता हूँ तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बड़ा मजा आता है. I like working with youngsters. I have, but as I said to you, that some relationships are like a pause button. There are memories of friendship which are which have a great fragrance. And that fragrance will always remain. We may not be able to touch it, we may not be able to see it, but we always be able to feel it and smell it. So that's what is the relationship that I have with these people. That's why their support for the trailer of Tanvi the Great, without anything. And luckily they also liked the trailer. They would have cringed and done it still.
But they did it.
But they did it and they liked it. That came as a bonus for me.
You know, when you talk of stars, I have to also talk about Rekha and Sri Devi. Rekha, I think you first did Sansar, and Insaf Ki Awaaz.
Insaf.
And then Sansar. And then, of course, Sri Devi with Chandni and Lamhe. Can you, do you recall any moments with her?
Sri Devi was one of the finest actresses in the world. I've never come across anybody so amazingly craft-oriented and yet spontaneous. Rekha ji is a diva. तो उनके साथ तो वैसे ही फ्रेम में अच्छा लगता है. मैं तो उनको हमेशा लगता हूँ.
But also you were towering in Sansar. You really.
Sansar, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think my theatre training, my training in drama schools always helped me to sort of feel less complex when I was with these big people. And my first film gave me that eternal certificate that actor to acha hai.
Did you have to unlearn a lot that you learned at drama school when you did these, like from the world of T. Ramarao to the world of Yash Chopra?
Because I've learned it from Mr. Bachchan that we do lots and lots of unbelievable things convincingly, and yet 1.4 billion people believe us. Mr. Bachchan की एक फिल्म है कुली, उसमें एक सीन है जिसमें वो रेडियो स्टेशन पे दो प्रोग्राम चल रहे हैं, शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं, एक में वो योगा कर रहे हैं, एक में वो अंडा बना रहे हैं. वो कितना कन्विंसिंगली किया उन्होंने. मैंने जब दिल में मक्खी चूस का रोल किया था, तो जब इनेंद्र कुमार टोल्ड मी सीन है कि आप चाय में से मक्खी निकालेंगे, चूसेंगे, फेंकेंगे, मैंने पागल हो गए, वो क्या कर रहे हो, मैं ड्रामा स्कूल का स्टूडेंट हूँ, इसे करिए ना. नाउ चिल्ड्रन रिमेम्बर मी फ्रॉम दैट फिल्म ओनली.
चाय ला ना ना.
हाँ, तो कब चाय ला ना. Yeah. No, I think the Indian cinema acting, I think we are very rich.
Who are the actors who you grew up to?
Oh, Dilip Saab, Rajendra Kumar.
Really?
Tilak Mandir I've seen 28 times.
Rajendra Kumar of all the actors?
हाँ, because hero थे ना. हमें जो acting थोड़ा समझ थी, अच्छे लगते थे, convincing लगते थे. देव साहब, बहुत अच्छे. मैं विश्वजीत जी को मिला, मुझे याद है वो उनका वो गाना वाला
कजरा मोहब्बत
वाला उन्होंने किया था. सुनील दत्त साहब, सो मेनी, वहीदा रहमान जी, नूतन, हेमा मालिनी.
So was it like a surreal moment when you were doing Karma with Dilip Saab? Like what were the conversations? I'm very curious.
I used to ask so many questions that one day Dilip Saab got fed up. We were shooting for a film called Saudagar, Subhash ji's, in Mahabaleshwar, and we got stuck for 2 hours in a गुफा. तो बारिश पड़ रही थी, तो अब हम ही दो ही बचे थे. तो मैं दिलीप साहब अकेले पड़ गए थे मेरे साथ. तो मैंने उनसे कहा कि तो 2 घंटे तक हम थे, बिकॉज बारिश रुक नहीं दी थी, बाकी क्रू बाहर था, कैमरा वाले बाहर थे, हम यही 2 फंसे थे गुफा में. तो मैंने उनसे फिर एक बार बोला कि मैंने कहा दिलीप साहब, आई नेवर फॉरगेट दैट, मैंने कहा दिलीप साहब एक सवाल पूछूं? तो बोले भाई 2 घंटे से सवाल ही तो पूछ रहे हो, एक और पूछ लो. तो मैं बुरा मान गया, मैंने पूछा, अगर पूछो. तो मैंने कहा सर आपने इतनी सारी फिल्मों इतने कम फिल्में क्यों की इतने सालों में? मैं तब तक 300 से ज्यादा फिल्में कर चुका था. तो इसे आई लाइक टू वर्क लाइक दैट. ही वाज लाइक ए किंग. जब कर्मा की शूटिंग के पहले दिन आए तो मैं 7 बजे रेडी हो गया था, बिकॉज आई वाज शूटिंग टिल 5 o'clock फॉर अर्जुन इन पाम ग्रोव होटल. एंड जब मैंने बोला उसको, राहुल को, कि मुझे सुबह 7 बजे जाना, मेरा पहला दिन है, तो उसने और डिले किया. ही वाज पुलिंग माय लेग. सो मैं 7 बजे दाढ़ी लगा के, मेरा पहला दिन का काम है, डॉक्टर डैंग बन के वेट कर रहा हूँ. 11 बजे दिलीप साहब की वाइट मर्सिडीज आई, उसमें से एक पैर उतरा चप्पल के साथ, एक वाइट पैंट उतरी, फिर दिलीप साहब राजा की तरह उतरे. लाभी लाले चाय वाय पिला, तो उनके लिए चांदी की तश्तरी में, चांदी की केटल में चाय आई, बिस्किट आई, चाय पी, लंच का टाइम हो गया. और मैं दाढ़ी लगा के अपने डायलॉग याद कर, राणा विश्व प्रताप सिंह, राणा विश्व प्रताप सिंह, डॉक्टर डैंग क्रिएट्स वॉर, डॉक्टर डैंग को मैं सोच रहा हूँ, मैं पहले, मेरे को ये इम्प्रेस करने का बड़ा शौक होता है, अभी भी होता है. तो लंच आ गया और मैं दाढ़ी लगा के बैठा हूँ। साले हुन मैं जरा थोड़ा सा नैप लेवांगा। हाँ जी हाँ जी बिल्कुल, चलो बाकी शॉट ले लो। 3:30 बजे बोलते हैं यार आज रहने देने, कल कर दें। हाँ जी सर जी ठीक है ठीक। सो एंड ही यूज्ड टू से इट विद सो मच ऑफ दिस थिंग दैट यू कुड नॉट से दैट अरे ऐसे कैसे कर सकते हैं। So that's the way, that's the why he did not more than 60 films in a career of 50 years, 60 to 70 films. मैंने 40 साल में 545 फिल्में कर ली हैं। सो राजा थे राजा। उनकी फिल्म गोपी देखने के लिए मेरा नाक टूट गया था बिकॉज मैं शिमला में पहले लाइन लगती थी, ऐसे लाइन लगती थी और जैसे जब तक खिड़की बंद होती थी बुकिंग विंडो, बट जब बुकिंग विंडो खुल जाती थी तो वो लाइन टूट जाती थी। तो फिर ऊपर से एक आदमी आपको धक्का देता था, आप उनके सिर पर से होते हुए आप अपना हाथ अंदर डालते थे। गोपी मुझे याद है, और वो फिर एक टिकट मिलती थी, फिर ऐसे करके आप निकाल के बाहर आ जाते थे। इट वॉज ए वेव, जैसे यहाँ रेलवे प्लेटफॉर्म पे होता है। वो एक आदमी का ऐसे हाथ लगा तो मेरा नाक टूट गया, खान टूट गया मतलब खून आ गया। मजाल है कि मैं खून आ गया तो पिक्चर ना देखूं यार, आप देखता रहा पिक्चर। जब पकड़ा गया था मैं बिकॉज हम स्कूल से भाग के देख रहे थे देवानंद, तो मैं जब देखता था तो लगता था मधुमती, राम और श्याम, ओ माय गॉड। इवन देवानंद साहब के, आई वाज ग्रेट एडमायरर ऑफ देवानंद। मैंने देवानंद साहब को मिलने गया तो मेरा पहला एड्रेस यहाँ पर बड़ा कमाल का था, बैंड्रा में, बैंड्रा ईस्ट में। मेरी मकान मालकिन धोबन थी, तो उसके पास एक कमरा था, एक किचन था, और कमरा और किचन एक पर्दे से ऐसे अलग होता था। तो किचन में वो और उसके 3 बच्चे सोते थे, और एक कमरे में हम 4 स्ट्रगलिंग एक्टर्स सोते थे।
Who were the other three?
One was Deepak Sinha, one was Pramil Khanna, one was my brother. And so मैंने सुबह उठ के उससे पूछा, उस मैडम के बेटे से, मेरी मकान मालकिन से जो धोबन थी, मैंने कहा यार यहाँ का एड्रेस तो दे दो। तो उसने मुझे मराठी में लिख के दिया। मैंने कहा ये मराठी में, मेरे को मराठी नहीं आती, पढ़ के सुना ना। तो मैंने कहा मेरा नाम अनुपम खेर। कहता एड्रेस आहे 2/15 खेरवाड़ी, खेर नगर, खेर रोड, बैंड्रा ईस्ट। मैंने कहा दुनिया की कोई ताकत नहीं रोक सकती मुझे यहाँ पर कामयाब होने से। मैंने बायोडाटा में डालता था, बायोडाटा बनाते थे उन दिनों हम। बायोडाटा लेकर मैं देव साहब के पास पहुंचा। देव साहब ने एक टांग अपने टेबल पे कुर्सी पे रख के दूसरा देता है, अनुपम तुमको कोई ताकत नहीं रोक सकती है, अनुपम खेर, खेरवाड़ी, खेर नगर, खेर रोड। वाह वाह वाह, ये झूठा है या सच्चा है? मतलब सच्चा है। देव साहब बड़े आसानी से मिलते थे, उन्होंने मिले थे मुझे, वो खीरा नगर में उनका ऑफिस था नवकेतन का।
Lovely. And before I let you go, I have a few more questions to ask you. Sri, the parody song with Sridevi, I think I believe her father just passed away and she came back to in Lamhe.
Yes, Lamhe.
Of course, there's also Chalbaz, but
Yeah.
I mean that parody song will always
It was amazing,
remain special.
amazing. Yash ji used to allow us to improvise, and because her comic sense was so brilliant, and I liked comedy, we had a great time. And she had just come back after her father had passed away, and she was close to her father, but eternal actress. We had a great. Lamhe was my best outdoor ever in the world.
In all your 500 films.
All my 540 films. 40 days we were in Cambermere or something, उस जगह का नाम था, in that house. That I will never forget that Pam के sandwiches, रात को खाना और बातें होना. Because Sridevi had to go back to India, so we were for 7 days not doing anything. And Yashji was unbelievable that way as a larger than life host. And Sridevi with even in Chalbaz, fantastic. Yeah.
I've read some of Pankaj's accounts of Chalbaz.
Yeah, amazing.
You also run a acting school, what is the kind of people, because every actor thinks it's do or die that moment. I mean, everyone from Abhishek, they've all learned that an actor prepares.
Yeah.
But what is the kind of advice you give them which has stayed? Or is there anything that you've learned from them?
So I learn a lot from my students. If I am contemporary today, that's because I have an acting school. Because their way of interpreting scenes is very today's. So that is what I get from them. What I tell them, don't give up. Giving up should never be an option. And work hard. Your time does not stop to learn because you come to this school at 8 o'clock and leave at 6 o'clock. It's a 24-hour job to keep learning, keep practicing. Because the 3-month course can give you, it's like a motor driving school. But practice करने से ही आपको आएगी. But I'm very proud. My school is my biggest prized possession, and it's completed 20 years. We have had some amazing people coming. Deepika was in second batch. So many students I see on series, and it's the most amazing feeling for me to meet my student on the set. Recently, I was working with Vikram Bhatt, and somebody was playing my son, and we had a shot together, and that guy did a very good job. I said, well done. बड़ा अच्छा किया तुमने ये सीन, सर आप ही के स्कूल का हूँ. I was so moved by that. I thought किसी ने मुझे सबसे बड़ा दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा पुरस्कार दे दिया. And I learn a lot over here. I run it in a very disciplined manner because I think acting is a disciplined job. But I'm very, very, very happy about my acting school.
I have to also ask you about the personal side of your life. So, have you been like a good husband? Have you been like a good father, good husband?
In a marriage of 40 years, it's very difficult to be only good. There are disappointments. My parents were married for 59 years. It was not the best of marriage. What is the best of marriage? To have a mutual respect for the other person. बाकी उतार चढ़ाव तो आते रहते हैं. मैं अपने माँ बाप को मैं झगड़ा करते देखता था. मेरी माँ कहती थी मैं क्या ऐसे ही रहूँगी, मेरा कभी घर नहीं होगा. And my father used to feed 14 people in the house. So I've always seen my mother cribbing about it. But they were together. I think what has stayed in our marriage, it has seen its ups and downs, is an amazing amount of compassion, mutual respect, and kindness and friendship. And that's the most important thing. And her advice is, she's sometimes blunt, but later on I think जो बोल रही थी सही बोल रही थी. And
like, give me an example.
Like she will see a film and she will say कितना बुरा काम किया है.
आपका?
हाँ. Just इतना मुझे मत दिखाओ. She will go with me in a trial show at that time with her arm around my arm. And depending on how I have acted, the arm will stay there, or she will first remove the arm and I have nothing to do with him. And then she will चूंटी काटो me कि क्या कर रहा है तू, मुझे बर्बाद कर रहा है, ये पागल हो गया तू, इतना बुरा है. तो लकीली पिछले 10-15 साल से ऐसा नहीं हुआ because मैंने जो भी काम किया अच्छा किया. Yeah. But we are not a typical husband-wife scenario. कि सुनते हो जी, अजी मैंने कहा या आप. We are like equals. हमारे घर में ऐसा वो फिल्मी एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं है. वो अंदर आ रहे हैं, अब जरा चुप हो जाइए, ऐसा नहीं होता हमारे. होता है कुछ घरों में, आपको पता है. हमारे घर में ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. तो और किरण इज हिलेरियस, नॉट इंटेंशनली. आई फाइंड हर हिलेरियस. सो वो मेरा कॉमेडी में मेरा दिमाग निकल जाता है. शी इज सुपरस्टिशियस. शी ऑल्सो इमेजिन्स थिंग्स गोइंग रॉन्ग. अब नहीं, शुरू में, नॉट शुरू में, मतलब now we have a separate room because everybody has their own habits. Otherwise, if I have gotten up to go to the washroom, she will imagine that I will not put the lid back. She will imagine. She will imagine that I will not switch off the light. So I have just stepped out of the bed. She will say, light off कर ली? अरे अभी अंदर गया ही नहीं किरण जी, अभी अंदर नहीं गया हूँ. फ्लश कर दिया? अरे अंदर जा रहा हूँ अभी. तो I initially used to bother me, then I started being funny about it. I used to think कितनी funny है ये. I have to tell you this. I have never said this on camera. I think you are the first person. It's an amazing, unbelievable story. हम 2001 में या 2002 में अमेरिका में we were doing a play together.
It is what is my next question. Yeah, say.
We were doing the play together, Salgira, directed by Feroz Khan, and 9/11 had just happened. So the Homeland Security was hyper. Everybody, वो security से जब गुजरते थे एयरपोर्ट से, तो they used to sort of treat you like पता नहीं आप कोई किस्म के क्रिमिनल है. Especially मतलब मैं तो खैर गोरा था, तो मेरे को उतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता था, बट बाकी लोग. तो मैंने किसी दिन कोई धूप होता ना, धूप अगरबत्ती, वो मैंने शेविंग सामान में रख दिया होगा. तो we were coming from San Francisco to LA or LA to San Francisco. So she had crossed her security and she was waiting for me. And the security people opened everything, my bag, and then they found something in my shaving kit. मैं भूल गया था, पता नहीं कब का था. They took it out and they started smelling. मैं अंग्रेजी में हिंदी में से ट्रांसलेट करके अंग्रेजी बोलता हूँ. आई एम फ्रॉम ए हिंदी मीडियम स्कूल. तो वो एंड उसको कहता है कि इज दिस व्हाट आई थिंक इट इज. तो या स्टेप असाइड. तो हैंड्स अप प्लीज. अब मैं वहां खड़ा हूं. नाउ किरण नीड्स टू बी सटल. व्हाट इज दिस? आई डोंट रिमेंबर. सडनली वहां से आवाज आती है, क्या है ये? तो उनका ध्यान उस तरफ चला गया कि ये तो बोनी एंड क्लाइड है. तो वो मेरी ऐसे, मुझे लगा कि मतलब मरने वाला हूं मैं एग्जैजरेटेड, बट दिस इज व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग. फिर वो एक दूसरे को पास कर, चरस लेके घूम रहे हो. मैंने कहा अगर मैं बच गया आज इन लोगों से, तो मैं बाहर निकलते तुमको डिवोर्स दे दूंगा. तो वो कह रहे हैं व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग, स्टेप असाइड. आई थिंक I'm saying, can I see it? Yeah, see it. Oh, this is that what you burn and you put. Idiot, तू क्या बोल रहा है इनके सामने? बोल, मतलब what I was trying to say, ये incense है, वो incest बोल रहा था मैं उसको. This is that incest which you put and you burn and you. तो फिर वो कोई शायद बांग्लादेशी था या कोई था, उसने कहा कि नहीं ये तो वो है, क्या नाम, अगरबत्ती धूप है, दिस इज गॉड एंड थिंग लाइक दैट. मैं जबान चली गई थी क्योंकि वो बोल रही थी क्या लेके घूम रहे हो तुम वहां पर, पागल हो गए हो तुम.
One last question. One of your finest things have been on stage is कुछ भी हो सकता है. Of course you did Saaransh. What is the experience of holding an audience for exactly 2 hours?
500 shows of that play. It's about my life and it's about my failures. That play liberated me of fear of failure, because everything that went wrong, I talk about it comically. And people that also gave me another profession, motivational speaker. Even if I'm saying it myself, I'm one of the most sought after motivational speakers today, because I talk about my life and I laugh at my own failures. So I've been to Oxford, Cambridge. मैं हिंदी मीडियम स्कूल होता हूँ और मैं उधर जाके, मेरी किताबें 4 आई हैं, चारों मोटिवेशनल बुक्स हैं. तो समटाइम फेलियर कैन गिव यू सो मच अबाउट लाइफ, एंड कुछ भी हो सकता है इज ए एग्जाम्पल. स्टिल दैट वर्क्स फॉर मी. when we were doing the premiere of Tanvi the Great on in New York, Mr. De Niro came to my premiere. It was the biggest कुछ भी हो सकता है moment. वो तो अपने premiere पे नहीं जाते हैं. So, talking to you after 1,000 years, you have been an editor of Filmfare for such a long. How long have you been?
20.
20 years. As old as I have run the school here. But wonderful. I think you brought out some stories out of me because you're a great listener. And because there is a comfort level. Because you're also one of those people जिसके साथ मैं pause button की बात करता हूँ.
It's been a privilege chatting with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Lots of love.